Hi everyone, welcome to Yoga for Balance. So in today's class, you just need a space that's comfortable enough for you to move in. And perhaps if you have a chair that does not have rolling wheels on it, or a wall, or a couch, or a desk, or something that you can hold on to assist you when we come up to our standing balance, that would be perfect. I'm just using a folding chair in my practice today. So go ahead and take a moment to gather up whatever you might need. And we're going to begin class today laying down onto our back. So come on down to the floor. And let's just start with a little full body stretch as you get there. So taking a moment just to let everything settle on down. And then bring your arms overhead. Stretch your legs all the way out. Take a nice big breath and just reach and stretch through your whole body. It's kind of a body yawn, like you're waking up fresh and new in the morning. And then slowly roll through your hands and your feet. So we're warming up, loosening up the joints a little bit here. And then around the other direction. And then just let your arms come comfortably by your sides and bend your knees, placing your feet about hips width apart onto the floor. Bring your hands onto your belly, and we're going to start with a 3-part breath, just to get ourselves a little bit more balanced and centered here in this moment and in this space. So taking a comfortably deep breath in through your nose, and just let it go with a big old sigh. Feel your whole body sinking and settling into the ground. Let's do that again. Breathing deep in through your nose. And just let everything go. Now, allow your lips to stay closed, but let there be some space between your back teeth. So just make sure that you're not holding any tension through your mouth or your jaw as you continue to breathe in and out through your nose. And just feel your breath coming all the way down into your belly. Feel your belly rise up to meet your hands. And as you exhale, relax your belly, empty your breath, and gently draw your abdominal muscles down towards the floor. Again, finding a deep, slow breath in, all the way down into your belly. Feel your belly rising up to meet your hands. And with that long, slow exhale, as you actively draw your belly muscles down towards the floor, we are lovingly squeezing, emptying all of the old air from the lungs. Just do that one more time. Deep, slow breath into your belly. Now maybe you can feel your waist and your lower back expanding. It's as though a balloon is filling with air. And as you exhale, slowly, gently deflate your balloon. Draw your belly towards your back. Now from here, place your hands up a little higher onto your rib cage. And breathing into the middle body. So now feel your ribs sort of expanding up and out as you inhale, and then contracting back in as you exhale. So as you take a few more focused breaths here through the rib cage, through your mid-body, you might begin to think of this movement of your breath like bellows or like a squeeze box, okay? Expanding and contracting. Your body expanding on the in-breath and contracting on the out-breath. Now we'll place the hands onto the upper chest and feel your breath moving into the upper body, filling the lungs, under the collarbones, between the shoulder blades, and just simply soften your upper body as you exhale, letting go of all tension or stress that might be in this area. Take a few more focused breaths here through the upper body. Feeling your lungs expanding, filling with fresh air and renewed energy. And feel the lungs emptying, taking with it all of the old stagnant air, any stress or tension of your day. Now place one hand on your belly and one hand in the middle of your chest. And begin to feel your breath as you inhale, flowing from your belly up through the rib cage and all the way up to the chest, lungs, and heart. And as you exhale, soften the breath, empty the breath down out of the chest, the ribs, and draw your belly down towards your back. And again, with each inhale, feel the belly expanding, the rib cage expanding, the chest and upper body expanding. And with each exhale, feel the chest softening, the ribs emptying, the belly emptying. Let's do that with this for just one or two more breaths. Beginning to find your way into a smooth, easy breathing rhythm. Just that long, slow breath in and long, slow breath out. Beginning to feel the balance in the length between your inhale and your exhale. So this is a little bit of a rhythmic breathing. Good. With your next exhalation, bring your arms down by your sides. Just relax back to your natural breath again. And we're going to be building our way into our movement practice today. So we'll begin to connect some movement with our breath, work through a little core warm-up, and then we'll find our way up to our standing balances. So from where you are, simply bring the arms up towards the ceiling and as far back overhead as your shoulders are happy with. Pause for a moment with your arms overhead. Just feel this length from your hip to your fingers. And then slowly press the arms all the way back down to the floor by your sides. And with your breath, inhale as you sweep your arms up overhead. Find a little pause. And then exhale, press your arms all the way back down. Keep going at your own breath body pace. Taking the length of your inhale to reach the arms up. There's that brief pause at the top of your in-breath. And then take the full length of your exhale to lower the arms down. And there's the pause at the end of the out-breath. Let's do that once more. Now reaching your arms back overhead and just rest them there. And slide your legs all the way out on the floor. So we're back in this lovely full body stretch from toes to fingers. From here, take another breath in. And as you exhale, bend your right knee into your chest, bringing your hands around the front of that knee or underneath it. Underneath it as you pull that knee towards your chest. Your shoulders are soft. And then inhale, stretch the arms overhead, both legs are out straight. And exhale, switch to the other side. Hug your left knee into your chest. Keep reaching long through that right leg. And we're going to take this up tempo a little bit with our breath. A little coordination here. So on your next inhale, stretch everything back out from tip to toe. Exhale, right knee to the chest, hug it to you. There's that pause at the end of your breath. Inhale, stretch everything back out. There's a little pause. Exhale, left knee to chest. A little pause. Keep going. Inhale as we stretch. Exhale, right knee to chest. Inhale, stretch back out. And exhale, left knee to chest. Inhale, stretch everything back out. Exhale, bring your right knee to you and pause. From here, bring your left knee up to meet it. So both knees to chest and just take a gentle rock from side to side, massaging the back of your body. All right. Gently squeezing your knees to you. Just let your shoulders be soft and relaxed here. And we're going to send our breath down into our belly again. Now, because the knees are compressing the front of the body, our breath has to find a new place to move into. Our belly does not have as much room to expand through the front of the body. So you get a really nice breath stretch here through the sides and the lower back. Let's take another breath here. Good. Right, feel the back of your body really heavy and grounded on the floor. And just bring your legs and your arms up into the air. So a little moment here in happy yogi pose, as I call it. Just wiggle your fingers and toes a little bit. Let's come back into those circles through the wrists and the ankles. So this is a nice place just to let the blood flow and the lymph drain out of the legs and the feet and back down into your body. So you get a little spring tonic here as we get a little refreshed energy moving through our bodies. Okay. Now just hang out there for a moment. Flex your feet as though you're standing on the ceiling. You might need to bend your knees a little to let the hamstrings relax. So this is a more comfortable place to be. And you want to make sure that your back's not feeling any strain. So if you need to, just bring one foot to the floor here. That is absolutely fine. Just make sure that after a breath or two there that you switch to the other side so you get a nice balance. Aha. Okay, so wherever you are, let's take another deep breath. We're starting to wake the core body up a little bit. And now fold your knees into your chest. Bring both hands onto your right knee and place your left foot flat onto the floor. Okay, we've got a little bit of balance and coordination coming in here. So place your right arm also onto the floor. And just reach your right foot and your left arm back up into the air. Okay, so take a second to make sure that we're all on the same side here so it's not confusing with directions. So right leg is in the air. Left arm is in the air. From here, you're slowly going to lower your arm and leg away from each other. So your leg reaches forward, your arm reaches back. Okay. When they come to the floor, slowly bring them back up again. So let this be a really smooth, controlled movement. We're going to weave our breath into this. So inhale as you lower your leg and your arm down. They're stretching away from each other. And then exhale as you slowly lift them back up. We're going to do 3 more here. Inhale as we lower. Exhale to lift. Keep going as you coordinate, synchronize your breath and your body. Slow, mindful movements. One more time. And then release. Place your right foot onto the floor, your left arm onto the floor. Just take a breath here for a moment before we come to the other side. Letting that movement sink and soak in. So we want to take these pausing moments so that we're not rushing from one movement to the next, and we really give our body, our nervous system, our brains time to soak in that new information. Each movement is bringing deeper and deeper connections into the whole body-mind experience. Okay, so no rushing through. Enjoy it. Take your time. All right, other side. So let's bring our left leg up into the air and our right arm up into the air. Just check in. Right arm, left leg. All right, here we go, everybody. Nice and slow. The leg lowers down and the arm lowers back. Feel this reach. So we kind of have this diagonal stretch through the body. So we've got opposite arm and leg. Already, just because we're moving to opposite sides of the body, we've got all kinds of new little brain activity firing up here. So lots of things are turning on in this moment. All right, so let's take our breath in and then exhale nice and slow. Bring the arm and the leg up. They do not need to touch. They're just coming back to their respective center, if you want to think of it that way. So hand above your shoulder and heel above your hip. Keep going. Inhale as you lower down. Exhale, coming up. And what I'm thinking about is that I'm moving through a little bit of resistance. So perhaps that feeling of moving through water, it's helping to activate the whole core of the body, front and back. Let's do one more. And then release, relax everything down. Take a little breath. Just walk your feet out a little bit wider than your hips now. They might even come out as wide as your yoga mat. Arms into a T position. Just rock and sway your knees from side to side. Little windshield wipers. If you like, you can take the head the opposite direction of the knees. Unwinding any tension at both ends of the spine. Good. And from here, let's bring the feet back together. Now take your time as you roll all the way over onto one side and just pause there for a moment. Bring your top hand to the floor in front of you. And from here, press the floor away and come on up to a seated posture. So I'm going to take a little folded blanket and place that under my hips. That always makes my hips and back feel a lot better. I would suggest the same for you, especially if this is not a super comfy position. If you find that your knees are up a bit higher, go ahead and elevate your hips as much as you can. In fact, if you wanted to, if it was more comfortable, you could even do this part of the practice sitting in a chair. So from here, place your hands onto your knees. Just take a few little shoulder rolls. Let the shoulders wiggle on down your back. And again, just drop in for a moment. Take an easy breath here. Feel your hips a little heavier into the floor. Feel your heart floating ever upwards, lifting light. Shoulders are relaxed. And you've got this little bobblehead kind of floating on top of it all. All right. With your hands on your knees, we're going to kind of poke our elbows out to the sides a little. So we're just making the arm a little more round. It's almost like you have a little ball right here. And we're going to start to slide the ribs from side to side. So it's like you've got a little string that's just going to pull you over to the side and then back through center and then over to the other side and back to center. So just play with that from side to side. So it's sort of like an old-timey typewriter. That's been my my imagery of choice lately. We're just Sliding over to the side. Good. Take that one more time each way. Starting to wake up the sides of our body a little bit more. And then find center. And from here, we're just going to do a little forward back. So as we stretch forward, gently squeeze the shoulders back. As you round back, drop your chin to your chest. Let's take an inhale to reach forward, gently squeeze the shoulders back. Exhale, tuck and round through your spine, chin to chest. And then again, just do that a few more times. So we're creating some awareness, some length and space through the whole torso here so that we can call upon some length and strength and core awareness through our whole body as we find our way into deeper levels of balance. Now come back to center, pause. We're going to take that around in a circle, so nice and slow as we reach to the front, then scoop it to the side, scoop it to the back, around to the other side and forward. Keep going. And I want you to really think about finding all four sides of your rib cage. Sometimes the side body is a little bit elusive, but if you imagine that you are scooping out the inside of a peanut butter jar, so you've got to really find that ooey gooey goodness, all right? Take one more this direction. And reverse. So rather than just kind of going around not thinking too much about it, I want you to really, not forcing, just, there's that nook. Oh, that feels good right there. Find your body today. Let's just gently wake everything up. Take your time, breathing. Smiling sweetly to yourself. A little feel-good movement. Let's just take one more around. Good. Come to center and relax. Now reach your fingertips out to the floor beside you. And from here, bring the arms overhead with your palms facing each other, sort of like you're holding a beach ball between them. And we're just going to think, lift the ribs up off of the waist. Imagine you could touch the ceiling with your fingertips. You're reaching your hips down into the floor. Now, keep that length and just soften your shoulders a little, easy through the neck. Okay. Let's breathe a victorious breath in right here. Inhale through your nose. And then we're going to exhale and twist to our right. So bring your right fingertips to the floor behind you and your left hand to your right knee. We're going to turn and look over that right shoulder. And then inhale, come back through center, sweeping the arms up and pause. And exhale, twist to your left. So your left fingertips come to the floor behind you and your right hand finds your left knee. Gazing back over that left shoulder. And again, breathing in and up, reaching for the sky. Exhale, twist to your right. And inhale, coming up. Exhale, twist to your left. Take that one more time each way, everybody. Inhale and up. Exhaling to your right. Last one in. Exhale. Inhale all the way back up this time. Press your palms together. Bring them down in front of the heart. This gesture of gathering into your center. And let's do that again. We're going to circle the arms out and up. Gathering all of your thoughts, energy, and attention into your center. One more time. Breathing in and out. Exhale, coming home to your heart and pause. Nice. Bring your arms down and just peek down at your legs. So if you're sitting cross-legged, notice which leg is in front and remember that. As you stretch the legs all the way out, just lean back on your hand, shake your legs out for a second. loosey-goosey. Okay. And then change the cross of your legs. So now bring the other leg in front. Reach your fingertips back out to the floor beside you. And then slowly bring your arms out wide. Now feel as though you could plug your fingertips into the sides of the room and feel how that maybe helps you grow a little taller. Now a little side note here. So what my body and a lot of bodies like to do here is go, right? It kind of feels good. There's nothing wrong with that, but I just want us to find a different experience. I want us to find a little bit more support to the back of the body. So as you're reaching out to the sides, I want you to think about your back body. Breathe into your back and just see, without rounding your back, can you maybe let it be wider, more open? Maybe it feels like you're kind of puffing out to the back like a beautiful bird. You're kind of puffing out to the back a little bit more. And that might help you sit a little taller. Yeah, you've got to soften those front ribs in for that to happen. Good. Hang on, stay there for just another moment. And relax your arms back down. Whew. Roll your shoulders a little. Okay. So with that awareness in mind, let's bring the arms out to the sides again. We're going to take these really slow side bends so that we can ask the sides of our body to lift us back up. That'll make sense in a second. So I just want to activate the oblique muscles here a bit more. Right, so slowly tip over to your right. So on screen it looks like I'm going to my left, but go to your right side. Your right hand's on the floor, that left arm is overhead. Let's gaze up towards that arm. Just enjoy a nice big breath, opening into that whole right side. And then nice and slow, you're going to ask this left side of your body to bring you up. Like you're moving through molasses. There's a moment of balance and center where everything realigns, the shoulders soften, and we slowly, with control, tip over to the other side so we don't just pop. We gently lay that hand down and then enjoy our side bend through the right. Breathe there. So if you press into the hand that's on the floor a little bit more, it's going to help ground that opposite hip. All right. Now we're going to ask our right side body to bring us up. Here we go with an inhale, slowly rising up. My left hand just gets a little lighter, and then we balance in center. And right back over to our right side. Stretch. Inhale, nice and slow, coming up through center, growing taller. Shoulders soft. And exhale, slowly shift on over to your left. Nice, everybody. We're coming up with that inhale to pause and center. Get wider, feel your back body, soften your shoulders, and relax. Nice, just have a little wiggle there. That movement sink and soak in for a moment. Notice how you're feeling in your body. Can you feel things shifting? Maybe waking up. I feel just more vibrant energy starting to fill up my body here. It's kind of nice. All right, go ahead and stretch your legs all the way out. Find your way onto your hands and knees, table pose. If you like, maybe placing a folded blanket under your knees if you need a little extra support there. All right. So your hands are going to come right underneath your shoulders, and your knees are right underneath your hips. Let's curl the toes under. And for starters, just simply press your hips as far back to your feet as your knees are happy with, or as your feet are happy with as well. In a little foot stretch, we're just going to rock a little side to side. Imagine those lungs down in the soles of your feet that you can breathe into. And then shift your weight forward. So you're back into your center. Now you can either keep your palms flat on the floor or come up onto a soft fist, which will keep that wrist in a more neutral position, which might feel better for some of you. Either position is just fine. And from here, reaching out long through your spine, let's draw the shoulders down towards the hips. So to find that, just squeeze your shoulders up to your ears and then glide them down into your back hip pockets. Just do that one more time. Shoulders shrug up and then they slide down your back. Okay, we're going to hold nice and long and strong and just take our right leg back with the toes curled under on the floor. So that's all we've changed. It's just extended the leg back and then tuck it back underneath you. Go to the other side. Reach your left leg back with your toes curled under on the floor. Hold long and strong and tuck it back underneath you. So let's take that from side to side, slow mindful movement. And we're trying to stabilize through the body here. So minimizing our rocking from side to side. It's sort of like when we were laying on our back, bringing knee to the chest, that flowing knee to chest movement. One more time. Good. All right. Now from here, you're going to hold steady through your lower body, and you're going to tap your right hand to your left shoulder, and then place that hand back on the floor. Tap your left hand now to your right shoulder, and place that hand back on the floor. So as you go slowly from side to side, again, we're trying to minimize the rocking in the body. And what I'm feeling in this instance, as I lift my right hand, I have to bring more focused weight into my left hand and my right knee. So again, it's this diagonal connection through the body that is waking up all of the core body muscles. It's bringing everybody on board. Okay, and then as I lift my left hand, I have more focused weight between my right hand and my left knee. Let's just do that one more time each side. Holding long and strong. Okay, and then back to center. Uncurl your toes, and let's take our knees about as wide as our blanket or our mat. Bring your big toes together, and we're going to sit back into our child's pose. So hips to heels or as far back as you're comfortable with. If that doesn't feel real good on your knees, just lower your arms down where you are, or we can come all the way back. Okay, make a little pillow for your head to rest on. Let's just take a deep breath here. Letting everything go for a moment. So now we have a little contrast, a little balance between the effort of working in our poses and then the non-effort and the letting go of just resting in between. And then take your arms back out in front of you. We're going to shift our weight forward again. Bring your knees back underneath your hips, hands under your shoulders, and a little yogi's choice on whether you want to keep your toes curled under or your feet flat. Okay, so from here, we're going to come into a little balancing sunbird. All right, so let's all start long and strong here, shoulders reaching towards your hips. And just extend your right leg back behind you. We're going to flex the foot and imagine that we could plug that heel into the wall behind us. And this might be where you go today, and that's perfect, beautiful, and fine. If you want to play with a little extra balance challenge, simply walk your left hand forward and then float it up off the floor. Remember, we have that focused balance between our right hand and our left knee, and you might experience all kinds of fun little wobbles here. That's okay. That's your nervous system and your body figuring out what is going on and what it needs to do to calibrate yourself to center. Nice and slow, bring everything back down. And we're going to switch to the other side. So extending the left leg back, pressing out through your heel. Imagine you could plug your foot into the wall behind you. And if it feels appropriate for today, walk your right hand forward and float that arm up. We're going to hold here and breathe. Smiling sweetly to yourself. Hug those front ribs in. And release everything down. Let's do that once more each way. Just start with a little tail wag here before we move on. All right, extending the right leg back, the left arm forward. Notice it might feel a little easier the second time around. And bring your hand and knee to the floor. Switch to the other side, left leg back, right arm forward, and breathe. Bring everything back down. Come back into your child's pose, relax, release, and let go. All right, we're going to come back up and go ahead and make your way up to standing. So if you have a blanket under your knees, you'll just want to move that out of your way. And go ahead and grab your chair and bring that over to you. You can just put that, let's bring it to the top of the mat so that it's on the right side of you. Good. All right. And I'm going to adjust the screen just a little so I'm a little bit more in it. Okay. All right. So you don't need that chair just yet. So just take a little step away from it. Know that it is there for you for any of the standing work. If you don't have a chair, just be close by to a wall. All right. We're going to come into our standing mountain pose with our legs and feet all the way together. So as you get there, you're just pressing the inner edges of the feet together. You're hugging the legs, the inner thighs together. And sort of lift and spread your toes out in all directions. It's really hard for me to do just my toes and not my hands too, so why not? Let's spread our fingers wide and relax everything back down. So anytime that we change our base of support, like we've done here from a wider stance to a more narrow stance, we've created a little bit more of a balance challenge. So that's on purpose. If that's feeling way too wobbly, you can always step your feet a little further apart. Okay. From here, bring your palms together at the heart. You can close your eyes, but again, if that just feels a little too shaky for your balance right now, open your eyes and find a soft gaze down on the floor a few feet out in front of you. Take a deep breath here and imagine sending the length of your exhale all the way down through your body, down through your legs, down through your feet, your roots, growing deep and wide into the earth, down through that rich, fertile soil. And as your roots grow deeper and wider, feel yourself becoming more calm and grounded here in your center. Now with your lower body firmly rooted into the earth, turn your attention to your inhale and feel your heart floating ever upward, lifting open and light. The shoulders are soft and the head just reaches towards the sky. Take one more breath here, feeling the lift, the length, the openness on your inhale, keeping that length, and then feel the groundedness of your exhale. And on your next inhale, we're going to circle the arms out and up overhead. From here, bring just your right hand down to your hip and take a little side bend over to your left, or excuse me, to your right. So you kind of have to squeeze the legs together. Go ahead and send your hips to the left a little bit more. We're kind of making that crescent moon shape of the body. Remember our strong side body that lifted us up earlier. Going to do it again here with our inhale, slowly rising up, pausing in center, and exhale, bring your left hand to your hip, arch to your left, Maybe sending your hips a little bit more to your right, breathing into that whole right side body. See, balance is so much more than just standing on one leg. Kind of fun to find all these different ways, isn't it? All right, long, slow inhale is going to bring everything up. Exhale, draw the hands down to the heart and pause. Release your arms to your sides. And now just step your feet in easy, comfortable hip-width apart. Now close your eyes. And as you tune into your body, do you feel more grounded? Do you feel more stable in your posture? So I love doing a little bit of standing work with the legs together before coming into a traditional mountain pose stance, because it turns on our internal GPS to really orient us, to where is center. So once we do that with the legs together, then we come back here, it's like, whoosh, feel really rooted. Good. Okay, now you might want to use your chair. So I'm going to stay facing you just so you can see what I'm doing. You could also turn to face your chair or your wall. So your feet are about hips width apart. And we're just going to lift the heels up and then lower them down. Okay, and you're going to keep on going. So lifting and lowering. Now you don't have to use something to hold on to. You can do this freestanding in the space. Take your gaze out in front of you and just think up and then down, nice and smooth. So sometimes it takes the ankles a little while to come on board. If this might feel a little bit wobbly at first, we're working to strengthen the ankles. We're going to do 3 more. Good, and 2. And last one. Now as your heels come back down, bend your knees forward and send your hips a little forward. So this is just to stretch out the calves. So this is not how we would do a chair pose, but we want to just stretch out the calf muscles a little bit. All right, now come back up and we're going to do some fancy prances. All right, so we lift both heels and just sink 1. Lift them both up together and switch. And lift and switch and lift and switch. Still the smooth control. So feel that meat at the top and switch. Meat at the top and switch. Keep going. 4, 3, and 3, and 2, and 2. Are you breathing? 1. And 1, bring both up and hold. Now, maybe you're facing your chair. Maybe you have your hands on your chair. See what it might feel like just to bring one arm forward. Even though your legs are separated, think about squeezing the inner thighs together, hugging your tummy and ribs in. And maybe, just maybe, the other arm can come forward. And slow landing. Bend your knees forward, stretch the calves. Oh, that was fun. Good job. All right, literally shake a leg. Just shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Shake the other. Good. Roll a little through an ankle and through the other ankle. All right, so stepping away from your chair again for a moment. We're going to do these little taps. We're going to tap the opposite knee, so it's this cross crawl type of movement. So if you need that wall, chair, okay, it's there. Otherwise, we're going to bring the opposite hand to the opposite knee and switch. So we're crossing the midline of the body. And we're starting to work on a little one-leg balance. Sneak it in there. Keep going. Breathing. This is a great way to unscramble the brain too if you're ever just feeling really scatterbrained. This helps to balance out the energies of the left and right sides of the body and brain. So we've got 3 more. And 2, and 1, and relax. Nice big breath in. Let it go. Step back over to your wall or chair. Mine is to my right side. So my standing leg is going to be my right leg. So you want to stay lifted and tall through that side. Place your left hand onto your hip. And we're just going to float that left leg out to the side on a low diagonal. Now look down at your toes and make sure that they're pointing forward and not turned out. That's a whole different exercise. So we're working in parallel. So all we've done is just taking it out to the side. So we're working to strengthen all of this outer hip, glute, and thigh muscle. Right? We're going to bring it in. Stay lifted up on this inside leg. And again, we go out and in, nice and slow. Try not to throw your leg out. And also, it doesn't matter how high you go, so you don't need to tip your body over to get there. I want to stay lifted and tall and just take the leg out and in, out and in. So we're getting really specific about the muscle groups that we're working. And I feel this just as much as you do. The standing leg isn't working like crazy. For 3, breathing. 2, last 1, and holy moly, bend your knees. Good. Do a little hip stretch side to side and some circles around. All right, standing tall. We're not quite done, Lovin, on that side yet. So again, bring your hand to your chair, your left hand to your hip. Stretch that left leg out on your low diagonal. Now take that left arm up on a high diagonal or make it into a cactus arm. And we're going to hold our star pose for 3. Breathing 2. Smiling 1. And release. Good. Hip, hips. Hip, hip, hooray. Little circles around. All right, before we go to the other side, turn to your chair, hands come to it, walk your feet back, just a little forward fold. Bend your knees a little bit to free up your hamstrings so then you can reach your hips back. So a lot of times we're kind of here and it feels kind of icky in our body. So let's soften the knees and then send your tailbone back, back, back. Good. Nice big breath. Now you get to tuck your tail under, walk up to your chair, standing tall. And just bring your chair around to your left or maybe turn yourself around. It sounds like we're going to do the hokey pokey. Don't tempt me. I've been known to do such things. All right, so star pose. Preparation. So your left hand is on your chair. Your right hand is on your hip. Lift it and tall through this full left side and just bring your right leg out. Take a peek down at your toes. Make sure they're pointing forward. And here we go. Nice and easy. We go out and in. Out and in. Good. Good. I've just got a couple more. So these muscles that we're working through are really important for our standing and our balance. We want them strong and happy and healthy. All right, we've got 3 more. Here's 3 and 2 and 1. Come back onto both feet. Bend your knees a little. Hip side to side. Little circle around. Good. All right. Again, hand onto your chair. Stand that right leg out on its low diagonal. Here's our star pose. Reach your right arm up at a high diagonal, or if it feels better in that shoulder, make your cactus arm. Okay, from here, let's test the waters of our balance on this side. Maybe that left hand can come off your chair. It's right there if you need to come back to it. And let's hold for 3. Breathing 2. Smiling 1. Make some jazz fingers. And release. Nice work. Nice work. All right, turn to your chair. Fold forward, walk your hips back, walk your feet back. Let's do a little hip side to side. And from here, tuck your tail under. Stay where you are. Don't walk your feet forward. Just get a little cat stretch. And then reach your tailbone back. Extend your heart forward. Again, exhale. Pull your tummy muscles in. Tuck and round through your whole back. Curl your tailbone under. And then inhale. Reach your tailbone back and your heart forward. Let's do that one more time, everybody. Curling in. And reaching back. Now, tucking in, walk your feet forward, come all the way up to your standing mountain, and relax. A little wiggle. Okay, let's go ahead and bring that chair back to our right side. So I'm going to encourage you to try this without your chair. But if it absolutely feels better with your chair, please do use it. I want you to feel really successful as we come into a baby tree, a sapling. We're planting the seed today. All right. So that chair is to your right side. Your right leg is your standing leg. We're going to take that left foot and just turn it out. But your toes are going to stay on the floor, so your heel's lifted. And you're just going to tuck that heel right into your ankle. Right. So your left knee is turned out. Your right leg is in parallel. Your hips might be trying to escape and move back, so let's press the hips a little forward. Lifting the heart. And bring your palms together. Find a point of focus out in front of you. So out on the horizon, maybe envisioning the most beautiful vista you've ever seen. Feel your roots growing deep and wide down into the rich, fertile soil of the earth. Feel your heart lifting towards the sky, and maybe begin to spread your branches up as we extend the arms up and out. Wiggle your fingers. Why not? Let a little breeze come through. Let's rock and sway a little. See, balance does not have to be holding everything 100% still, although that is a lovely practice. I find that we find more ways to stabilize and balance and find center when we invite a little movement in, a little movement play. Yeah? All right. And then from here, big breath in. Exhale, hands to your heart. Back to your sapling. And back to mountain. Take a nice big breath right there. Okay, chair to your left. Move it on over there. It's right here if you need it. You can keep your left hand on it. Your left leg is now your standing leg. We're going to take the right foot, turn that knee out, pull your heel right up against that left ankle. You can kind of feel them pressing into each other, so you get a nice tactile bit of support there. It's like, there's a contact point. Good. All right, I'm just noticing the back of my thighs cramping up, so maybe don't contact that much. All right, everybody, we're lifted. One or both palms can come to the heart center. Gazing out into that beautiful vista in front of you. Sending your breath down through the length of your body, into the earth, deep and wide. Feel the lightness of your heart floating ever upward. Shoulders soft. Begin to bring your branches out. It is spring. All the trees are starting to blossom. Swaying in the breeze. Leafing out. Feeling your own self begin to blossom. Playing with that movement play. So you're kind of stabilizing through your lower body. What can your upper body do? You're strong, you're stable. Mama Earth has got you. She's not going to let you go. Okay, big breath in. Exhale, hands to heart, back to your center. Back to your sapling. Back to mountain. Arms to your sides, both feet to the floor. Nice big breath. Nice, guys. All right, go ahead and move that chair. Well, you know what? Keep that chair. So here we go. If you have a chair, you're going to turn it around so that it's facing you. If you don't have a chair, we're coming down to Shavasana. If you don't have a chair, you could lay on your back with your legs over a couch, up a wall if you have a wall readily accessible. And if you don't have any of those things, just come down and lay onto your back. I'm going to take a few moments here to let all of this beautiful practice integrate into our bodies, our minds, and our hearts. So you might want to have a little blanket just to cover yourself up if it's a little chilly where you are. So go ahead and gather in your warm fuzzies, any socks, sweaters, blankets that you might need. If it's a warmer day, turn the fan on. All right, and just come on down to your back. And we're going to rest our legs over the chair. So this is a position that's called waterfall pose. It's one of my absolute favorite restoratives. It's a nice way to end our practice. So if you have long legs, you will just tuck your feet behind your chair. You want to try to be supported from the knee all the way down. Leave that little blanket across your torso just provides a bit of extra warmth and grounding. Let yourself get comfy here, turning your palms up as the arms rest out to the sides. And as you're settling in, let's just take a cleansing breath in through your nose and out with a sigh. Letting everything go. Starting to feel your body getting heavier and heavier, releasing down into the support of the chair or the ground beneath you. Knowing that all of your doing is done for the next little while. Feeling all of the muscles around your eyes and through your face softening and relaxing. Feel the jaw softening, relaxing. Feel your whole body sinking down into the gentle ball of gravity. Just noticing how you feel. Tuning in. Noticing the sweet benefits of your practice today, this afterglow, if you will, your practice. Maybe your body feels a little more awake, a little more alive, a little more radiant, a little more centered or grounded, a little more calm. Grounding and calm go hand in hand. So just take a few more moments here, this time today that is just for you. It's time for quiet rest. Time for you just to open to your greatest well-being. Slowly, gently begin to bring a little awareness back into your sweet body. Taking a few deeper breaths again. And just sensing the room around you with your eyes still closed. Just noticing the temperature of the room, the feel of the ground beneath you. Begin to find a little wiggle and stretch through your fingers and your toes. The arms overhead to a nice full body stretch, like you're waking up to a brand new day, certainly with new perspective today. Bending your knees into your chest, and take your time as you roll all the way over onto your side, just curling into a comfy, cozy little ball and resting here for a moment. Now let's caress the floor away, making your way back up to seated pose. Taking a moment just to let everything reorganize here to center. Feeling your hips heavy and your heart light. And bringing your palms together in front of the heart center. Feel that soft lift of your heart to your hands. And then bowing into your sweet heart. Taking a moment more here just to enjoy this experience from the inside out, this feeling sense of balance, of alignment, connection, body, mind, and breath. I'm so thankful to you all for joining me today, for coming out to play. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.